Hello? So I got this one. Look. So how many? Who is this guy?
I know. I don't know.
Yeah, what? And look, this electricity, they now. This guy is lying now. Who's that? This is actually why I want. So when we leave, we are in breach again.
Again, yeah.
Yeah. He breaches it, so you come a man.
There's no way. There's absolutely no ways. Now let's leave the Madlanga Commission. Let's leave Julius Mkwanazi. Let's leave all these things that have been happening currently in South Africa. And let's talk about something I saw last night. I saw it in the news and I don't know whether I should say shocked, but I was like, what? Now, when it comes to hijacked buildings, I know those are things that used to happen from 20 years back around Hillbrow, Berea, Yeovil, I think Mhlambi, Dorenfontein. You see those places around the inner city. I know that hijacking of buildings was very, it was something you would hear very commonly. But now what's happening in Bryanston, that's something I wasn't expecting at all. Guys, Gandhi, what direction is South Africa taking? It's like there's no regard, no respect. There's no... Don't know who in their right mind would think of going to hijack a house in Bryanston. In Bryanston, in Sandton. You just go and you hijack a house there and you put Wendy houses at the back. You put tenants in 40 Wendy houses in a yard. 40 Wendy houses in a yard. And the storage system is the swimming pool. My goodness, like, I don't understand. Like, what type of guts does a person need to start operating such? How did this person even... Did you see the before pictures of that house? So apparently it said that the owner went away in 2020 and then recently came back. And when they came back, they found their house like that. Worst part is when MMC Uchwaku went to the house, they raiding the house, this so-called owner, the person who's hijacked the house, doesn't want to open. So they had to now jump the gate. And it was like more like forced entry because the owner is inside and doesn't want to open. When they went inside, my goodness. There are so many things that can be said about that whole situation. There are so many things that could be said. But I'm still in shock that where does this guy get the guts? Where in his mind did he now think, oh, okay, there's an abandoned house over there. Since that house is abandoned, let me just go and do my thing there. How do you do that, knowing fully well that the property isn't yours? How do you get the guts to go to, I'm going to go into that property forcefully? There's no one there, so now it's mine. Worst, after that, you go and you put Wendy houses on that property. What are you turning the house into? No, guys, we have to have limits. Honestly, we have to have limits. Otherwise, we won't have a country anymore. We won't even have any... There's not going to be any difference between a suburb, a high-class area. Bryanston. And you go and you do such. They're using the swimming pool as storage in Sandton, in Bryanston. So you have, and it's said that most of the tenants there, if not all, are illegal migrants. The tenants that are staying there, they're saying that they're paying like 2,000 rands rent in a Wendy house. Like, there's so much going on. I was so shocked when I heard this story. I was so shocked. Like, the level of disrespect. So basically, you're turning a house in Branson into a Alexander by force because you can. And then you're collecting money. And then, guys, I think it's the same thing where some people just don't value this country. They don't value, because if you valued this country, you would know, or you would at least have guts to, okay, I'm going to do that. But you'd look at the area where you're going to pull such a stunt. I have so many things I would say, but if I start talking, I'm going to talk all day. It's already 4 minutes of me saying one thing. So I'm just shocked. I am just so shocked.
Hello Mzansi, welcome to Mgosi waseMzansi. Kune-story lesithuse abantu abaningi kakhulu lapha enkundleni yokuxhumana yendlu lapha eSandton eBryanston, yemnikati lo hambe waya ku-vacation uma kabuye wathola sekugcwele amakwerekwere lapha ekhaya lakhe ahlala khona akhile njengoba sibona bafakele kwetindlu ukuba kuhlalela khona. Kuthiwa inqumbi abantu abathola laphana kuleya ndzawo, almost all of them, they were undocumented foreigners. Basuka boMaputo, boZimbabwe, boNigeria, Malawi, batihlalele ekhaya bantu. Lelingabhilungi kubo igezi bayishaya tinyoka. Tinto betibheke etulu nje, bathi bayakhishwa abantu abafuni ukukhishwa ize yaduma indzaba itolo. Mase bayo-raida lapha kuleya ndzawo lapha eSandton yalomnikati wendlu. Lokhalako ukuthi angusi yamna kubantu bahlala ekhaya lama bafuni kusuka solo ngiyabaqosha, it's been years solo kabafuni kusuka. Guys, imagine uhlala ekhaya lemuntu lengasilo lakho, and that person babhadalise rent lapha like is making money endzaweni lengasiyo yakhe, uhlalisa abantu boqhamuka ama-foreigners athi hlalele lapha aqashile o i-swimming pool yalobabe bayende o iSuridge. Abantu abaningi bathuke kakhulu ngemva kokuthi basibone le story lapha enkundleni yokuxhumana, basho ukuthi we've been saying ukuthi abahambi. Yet kunebantu labadefender bantu boqhamuka. Imagine wena ekhaya lakho uthi yafika uyabuya la utibuyela khona kuvakasha uthole kugcwele ingqumbi yabantu bahlala khona uthi yabaqosha abantu abafuni kuhamba. Like, how would you feel? What would you say? Because kunebantu abona ngazuthi people are xenophobic ngokuthi kuthiwe ama-foreigners awahambi eSouth Africa. Please do comment what you think below down on the comment section. Don't forget to hit the notification bell. I'll see you on the next one. I'm signing out, so goodbye.